Intro.
A couple mil, just on one crib. Hold up, let me crack the seal, take another sip. Whole lot of drip, whole lot of drip, whole lot of chips. I'm a slave owner, whole lot of whips. I don't like them, I might get them killed. He like popping pills, I like counting meals. She like popping twerk, I like throwing paper. That boy there, I swear, cause that hater show up in all
What's
black.
going on, Awaken?
Like the Undertaker.
I'm hanging in there. Hopefully you're doing well.
Yeah, you read him such a big deal. Rolls Royce on some big wheels. I had to hustle for my I'm at the field. Ballin' in shirt red like I'm Coach Phil. Bill Jacks drop a pew.
Of course, considering the circumstances that they have put us in. Hey, back at you. Back at you, UK. And did they find out anything? I mean, well, did you find out anything about your housing situation, or they're still trying to kick you out? Oh, I'm trying to rest. Yeah, I definitely feel you on that one. They definitely take us to a psychological headspin. A journey of psychological warfare and never-ending harassment. They still are. The threats got worse. Yeah, that's these people are fucked up, man. I hope something happens for you though. Like I hope something good happens for you behind this shit. Cowards. Cowards. Your situation is the perfect situation to prove how cowardly these people are, how far they'll go, how relentless they are. Good setup, Joe. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, yeah, it's sick, man. It's sick. We're dealing with a sick people with no conscience. And I'll keep you in my prayers. You'll find something. God has something out there for you. Satan is just trying to hide it from you, that's all. He won't prevail. And block repairs the love. Yeah, no doubt. I'm watching you. I appreciate you watching me. Who isn't watching me at this point? Like who who isn't watching me? Who isn't working for the police department? Watch me all you want, champ. I ain't doing nothing wrong. Now, if this house, yeah, you know anything to disrupt you. That's all it is. Anything is the whole psychological bullshit. And you know everything is so backed up by science. They know what's gonna happen before it even happens. They know what to do upon your reaction. Like they build. Excuse me, that's legitimate. They build off your reaction. Not only that, but you know, they know certain points of time when to fucking stir a person up, like a person just being woken up out of their sleep. They know what type of questions to ask and all, you know, how to respond to your answers in a specific way to make you more irritated and everything. Yep, a bunch of kids playing with some serious fucking power. The mind is a very, very serious thing. And if you don't watch out, you know, you put the wrong glitch in the wrong head in the wrong mind, it's gonna be a fucked up day for you. Hence, we have 10 people dead at the VTA behind the same fucking psychological bullshit. But something is gonna be in the works for you, Awaken. Don't let these piece of shit motherfuckers detour you from your faith. That's all these people are like. They should be dug out the trash and recycled. Like somebody should fucking throw them in the trash and put a recycling value on them and have people go around and recycle these motherfuckers. And that's what they need. They need to be fucking recycled. Their human life needs to be devalued. A nickel a piece. Yeah, a nickel a piece for these motherfuckers. They're a fucking hazard to Mother Earth. In every way imaginable. Not only do they fuck Mother Earth up, but they go around and stir up trouble in order to get other motherfuckers to help them. Fuck off the energy and everything. Just a bunch of troublemakers. Earning money for their troublemaking. Hence, we have this guy, 404 Error, I'm watching you. That type of weird shit.
Let's get that headlight fixed, buddy. People are dying and people are killing people and committing suicide over those domestic terrorist triggers. Make no mistake, more people are gonna die behind your foolishness. Behind your fun and games. Your domestic terrorism. Your around-the-clock psychological warfare is gonna bring more death to this planet. But you don't care as long as you get paid, huh? And you're probably a foreigner as well. You're probably a foreigner. Most of my harassers are foreigners. Get the headlight fixed.
I work for Intrepid. I don't really give a fuck who you work for, champ. I want to give. You could work for Satan and motherfucking self. What is that supposed to mean to me? I know I get perks too, police act. Yeah, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. I get $55 an hour to watch. You know what you get paid $55 an hour for is to force people into suicide and murder. You don't get watching me. You would do it. You would just be watching me. You wouldn't have to say what you just said on the internet. Your little psychological bullshit. You know, if you were a professional watcher and shit, you wouldn't even say anything. You're giving yourself away right now, champ. So if I was doing anything illegal, you know, you would have just fucked up the whole investigation. You just fucked up the whole investigation if I was doing something illegal, champ. So, but since I haven't been doing anything illegal for 11 years, your investigation is already shit. So keep on watching, champ. Keep on fucking watching. As a matter of fact, grab you a Snickers bar and a lawn chair. Because I ain't going nowhere for a while. At least until you guys do whatever it is you gotta do. You will be exposed in one way or the other. One way or the other. Yeah, I hear you. It's real easy to talk that shit from behind a computer screen. Real easy to talk that shit from behind a computer screen. Especially since you're watching me and you know exactly where I am and all that shit. But that's how you guys, that's pretty much what you guys are built off of, is fucking, you know, a bunch of bullshit. You guys are just bullshit people. The type of people that start a war and sneak out the back door while the war is going on. Sneak out the back door. You got all your foot soldiers out here handling your business while you drive around in your one headlight vehicles, triggering people into murder and suicide. And I'm supposed to be intimidated, touched, or moved by your words from behind a computer screen? You have me mixed up, my friend. Highly mistaken in your whole product of thinking. Whatever produces those thoughts, whatever psychological outfit produces those thoughts. If you paid for them, you need to go get your money back. If you paid to try and learn how to antagonize people with words from behind a computer screen on some fucking weird ass seminar from the black web, dark web, whatever you want to call it. Get your fucking Bitcoin back, champ. I'm sure perps don't care, but that's legitimate to everyone else. We was kings and shit. Oh, you're probably a sellout. This is probably a sellout talking right there. You can't hide behind the color of your skin. You can't hide, but we are not brothers. And there is no we. Do not put we in anything you say. We have nothing to do with the situation. We have no connection at all. You just got probably, I don't know if you got the same color skin as me. Maybe you're a little darker, maybe you're a little lighter. But just because you're melanated, do not involve me in your weeds. I understand one thing and one thing only. Black lives only matter if you have attended or you are attending a Greek fraternity. It's the only time your black life matters. Anytime after that, and in God's eyes, of course. But you have to have attended a Greek fraternity for the higher power structure to see any value in you. You have to put yourself through a school of brainwashing. You have to turn yourself into a tool, basically. You have to become a tool. Just like you are. You're a tool. You're a tool to try and tear me down. If you are melanated, someone that looks like me, they're using you as a tool. The same as they used the tools for Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, but that's a whole different story on a whole different subject, so we're not going to get all into that, Mr. 404 Air. We're going to keep it strictly at gang stalking, harassment, predictive policing, community harassment, community on patrol, and all those other Nazi fucking names. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna keep talking my shit, and you're gonna keep typing your shit from behind the computer screen. And I know my vocabulary is bad. It doesn't fit the. This motherfucker came back around with that fucking car. He's shooting some shit in here too. He keeps going around.
Just say no to predictive policing. Although I know it's not limited to only the American white man, there are melanated people who participate, Latinos, racist Chinese as well. But make no mistake, it is the American white man's domestic terrorist program. If it was anybody else's, they'd be locked up, thrown in jail, accused of being domestic terrorists. So, there's only one man who can run this program in America, right? So make no mistake, this program is going to get more people killed. Just like it got the people killed at VTA. 10 people dead. One person kills 8 people and then shoots himself. Then a couple weeks later, another man commits suicide. Make no mistake, this is from psychological harassment, psychological warfare. Not only is it from psychological warfare, but it's around the clock. You get no breaks. Then when you try and report it to the police, since they're the ones conducting the whole program, they detour you with a psychological evaluation. Sure, we'll take your police report, but would you mind first taking a psychological evaluation? And, being a victim of this program, we know if we take that psychological evaluation, we'll be marked off as psychologically disturbed. So that deters us from making these police reports. They know the science behind it. You can't back someone into a corner with psychological harassment, like this one headlight terrorist coming up. You can't back someone into the corner with psychological harassment and then produce triggers like this vehicle right here in front of me with one headlight. That's what you call a trigger. A trigger to force the victim into a violent reaction. Something that that victim would not normally do but has been forced into doing. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, you can call me crazy all you want, but I got the science and the evidence to back everything I'm saying. And more people will die. There will be more suicides. There will be more mass shootings. And you don't have to believe me, but when it happens again, just remember I told you. Remember I was the one that told you. Because it will happen again. And SJPD, VTA, and Neighborhood Watch know that it's inevitable. They know it's an inevitable event to come. And just like the con man they are, SJPD will be there to save the day and tell you that that victim who retaliated back on his harassers that they killed had mental issues. Make no mistake, that's going to be a popular thing. After they kill the victim, they're going to say he had mental illnesses. But that can only happen so many times, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty soon, that excuse is going to get old. It should have got old already. But you know, the American population have been brainwashed into believing anything that the fucking government tells them. The police department, as long as it's a shiny badge and a nice suit, you believe anything they tell you. Yet, they continue to get caught doing dirty shit on YouTube all the time. These are your American heroes.
Yeah, man. See, this is what I mean. Like, this is. I mean, like I was saying, like my vocabulary isn't too. It isn't too extended, if you will. I'm working on it, but I have a limited vocabulary. You know, based on the fact that I was brainwashed and all that shit used. I was brainwashed through fucking programming, and I thought it was fucking cool to, you know, blend in with with a certain lifestyle. But that's irrelevant. All that to say, Mr. 404 Error, your vocabulary isn't too great, man. You're just speaking with fucking emojis now, or not even emojis, whatever they call that shit, stickers and shit. Like, yeah, your vocab. I don't know how to read that type of shit. All I see, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, that's legitimate. But Mr. 404 Error, like that's like hints and shit like that. I'm not even gonna read into your hints and shit. Too many different things you could mean by that. So if you don't speak like a fucking regular person with letters and words, then you know, I'm just gonna pass up your comments. You feel me? No disrespect to you or anything, but that's like little girl shit. I mean, I could understand one or two, maybe 3 or 4 emojis and shit. But when you just fucking start holding a conversation with that shit, yeah. I was never one for big Latin, my friend, so I don't understand none of that shit. Yeah, it is a damn shame, Cole, man. These motherfuckers are some weirdos. They're weird, bro. And this is a grown man. This is how this grown man is conversating. This is how this grown man is fucking conversating. But you know, they do it from behind computers and shit, so you never see their face. The true them comes out, you feel me? You know, in the public eye, that's when the big show is going on. The business like, you know, the business savvy, you know, construction worker or fucking whatever type of field these motherfuckers work in. You feel me? All that shit's just, yeah, bullshit. When they get behind that computer screen knowing no one can see them and they can fucking act out, let that inner child or whatever, yeah, that inner child out. Yeah, this is your fucking American tough guy. This is your fucking American tough guy. A real coward. Not you know, not just American, but you know, being that we're in America and America loves to fucking brag about being the tough guy, which they're really not the tough guy, they're just a big bully. They're just a big fucking bully who takes over everybody's fucking shit. And if they can't take it and make everybody believe, you know, that they've done something, they'll do something to their own fucking people just to start a fucking war. Just to get some of your natural resources. We'll kill our own people and cause a fight with you. Like, I remember people people used to do that shit in high school, man. Like, you know, you see somebody with a jacket. Like, I never took part in it, but, you know, you see these things. And it becomes a part of a trend. It becomes like a culture. Well, it doesn't last long. It becomes more of a trend than a culture. But, you know, at one point in time, you know, people would see somebody's jacket or a pair of shoes or a hat. You know, back then it was starter jackets, fucking Cortez Nikes, or, you know, starter hats and shit. This is the period I'm talking about. You know, people would see people's jackets, shoes and shit, and they'd be like, they want that shit, but they, you know, they have no hustle, or they, you know, they just, you know, they didn't, you know, they weren't able to get it. So what they would do is go up to the person and make up some fucking bullshit story like, hey man, you slapped my sister. Hey man, you slapped my sister the other week. This dude has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. And they beat his fucking ass, like they jump him. Most likely it would be jumping and shit. And they jump him and take all his fucking, you know, his jacket, his fucking hat, his shoes. And that's the same thing like with America, man. Same thing with America. We'll kill our own people, go blame it on somebody else, and then we'll take their fucking shit off that fucking lie. And of course, most of the fucking, sad to say, but most of the American population are just fucking tamed fucking bloodthirsty savages and shit. When you tame, you can tame. It's like a dog. It's like a wolf. When you raise a wolf from a fucking cub or puppy, whatever you want to call it, you know, it's gonna be cool for a little bit. It's gonna be very cool. You tame it, but you start feeding that motherfucker bloody meat, and you know, it gets its first kill and shit. Then the instincts start to kick in, and that, you know, that puppy or that cub that you raised from a puppy, you know, it's not gonna be the same. That instinct is gonna come out of them. It's like, it's a bunch of fucking savages who have been tamed, you know, in time. Like, time has tamed. Time, laws, all that shit has tamed them. They couldn't do it, you know, so fucking it died out. And a lot of these people think they're good fucking people. You know, they really think they're good people. You know, they've been fucking to church. They do the church thing. You know, they you know, they're real fucking, they think they're real fucking good people. But you let this program, you make it legal for this type of shit to go on. These people that you hire, you know, some of the so-called good people, you let them run amok, and then that instinct comes out of them. You know, it's like they don't know where it's coming from, but they're starting to fucking enjoy this shit. And I'm not talking about just fucking white people or no fucking specific race. But, you know, back when slavery was going on, people would pay to watch people being hung. People would fucking pay to watch people fucking tied to a fucking tree and set on fire, and watch them, and literally stand there and fucking watch them and smell their fucking burning flesh and watch them fucking screaming and all this shit. And I'm just saying that to say, not to point out, you know, no fucking, I'm not pointing out slavery or none of that shit, but I'm pointing out the evil in people. Time is tamed. The little bit of time that slavery has been over with, time has tamed certain fucking, you know, evils in people. Time is fucking, you know, it's been smoothed over, if you will. But those instincts come back out. And make no mistake, every targeted individual, if they were selling tickets right now, if they were fucking selling tickets right now to fucking watch a targeted individual be burnt, fucking dragged by a truck, you know, fucking anything, there would, and maybe not all these perps, but a lot of these perps would fucking pay to watch that shit. This is how evil these people are. This is how soulless these people are. So, you know, understanding all of that, understanding all of that, I mean, shit. Funny shit, but not so funny. Let's see what we got going on over here. Real schizo hours. Yeah. Well, it's probably doing the same to me, but I got my way. So yeah, definitely staying high. You know, life produces weirdos, man. Life produces weirdos. We can't escape that. Hey, back at you, Kate. Take your medication, sir. I'm smoking it right now, champ. You don't sound well. Yeah, of course I don't sound well to you. Seeing the thing, I want you to understand one thing, Mr. 404. Anything I do, whenever and however I choose to do it, I don't do it for you. So your opinion on what I do, how I do it, and when I do it means nothing to me. You should get more out of your time. Get more out of your time. It will benefit you more to get more out of your time. Find something else to do instead of trying to convince me that I'm having psychological problems. Because the only psychological problem I have is the warfare that you guys are issuing out on me around the clock. I'm hanging in there, but again, if I'm to be honest, that's my only psychological issue. If you guys fucking call off your hound dogs, your dogs of war, I'll be in a much more peaceful state. But since I know that shit is impossible to even think about, that shit would be a disappointment. Like I don't want to disappoint myself. So I'm not gonna set myself up for a failure, champ. So again, you can do what you want, but I recommend you try and get a little bit more out of your fucking time. You know, life doesn't stretch out that long these days, man. And the sick game that you're playing, you know, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. You know, I might not be the one to get you. I'm not gonna be the one to get you, but there's somebody out there who will. There's somebody out here. There's somebody being born today that's gonna be a target in the future. That's gonna wipe a lot of you motherfuckers out. Somebody being born right this very moment. So, God has his way of cleansing the world of his trash. Unfortunately, you know, some good people have to be fucking I don't wanna compare anyone to Jesus, so to speak, but you know, there are gonna have to be some good people. Well, unfortunately, there will be some good people who are just tired of the harassment, tired of being backed into a corner, and you know, acting in an unnatural way for that person. They're gonna wipe a lot of you motherfuckers out. So in a way, it's a good thing, but it's bad. For instance, and I don't want to sound harsh, but you know, if we're talking about facts, if you want to be honestly true, you know, it's fucked up that 8 people at the VTA had to lose their lives. But those people put themselves in the position to lose their lives by harassing one man with psychological warfare. And if they would do it to him, they'd do it to plenty more people if the money was right. So, in a way, you know, I don't even want to say he followed in Jesus's footsteps, but I will say, like, he sacrificed himself. He sacrificed himself in order to fucking... He sacrificed himself and took a lot of demons off of this planet. Human form demons who fucking enjoy harassing and tearing down the next man or woman, and these days, or a fucking child. So, you know, that's just how sick these people are. So he kind of cleansed the planet. It's sad that he had to go with them, but, you know, he cleansed this planet of a lot of fucking suffering. A lot of misery. You know, those people could have put anybody in the program. And the way these people think, you could like a different football team and have an argument about that shit, and they throw you on this fucking program. Because it's just that fun to them. They enjoy the suffering. They enjoy the suffering of people. They enjoy sitting back and taking a deep look at their fucking puppeteer, their handiwork. driving a person crazy, following them with one hit, like hoping that they hop out and fucking start yelling at the top of their fucking lungs so you can be filmed and produced to the world as some fucking crazy person. Oh, you motherfuckers will be exposed though, 44 Air, whatever the fuck your name is. You will be exposed, man. Yeah, this right here is no joke right here. Um, uh, hey Rose, hey Cole, okay, yeah, yeah. 404 is, he's getting kind of out of hand. We're gonna ban you from here, man. You're doing a lot of talking, and none of what you're saying has any value, my friend. Uh, who are you and why? Yeah, I don't know why you're here either. I'm gonna go ahead and ban you too, Mr. Bum Tickler. Your name. Your name. That's what it is for me, champ. One headlight gang. That ain't no gang to be. That ain't no gang to be proud of, man. The Rat Pack. That's what you call them. A bunch of fucking rats. A bunch of scumbags. Protective custodies. All this shit. It's a bunch of dirt garbage, man. A bunch of fucking garbage. A lot of people can't handle their time snitching on people. You know, the type of people that get caught for petty theft and then snitch on some fucking big time drug dealer because they're scared of doing 2 weeks in the fucking county jail. Oh shit. Motherfucker can't even do 2 weeks. So you snitch on a big time drug dealer. Not only do you put a jacket on yourself and become comfortable, like you literally have to become comfortable. You have to get used to the fact that you're always gonna be a fucking scumbag. And that for the rest of your life, that's how you're gonna be viewed, as a scumbag. A fucking person who couldn't do 10 weeks or 2 weeks. 2 weeks. A person who couldn't do 2 weeks for getting caught stealing whatever the fuck it is you stole. So you go tell on the big time drug dealer, and get this motherfucker life. Not saying that's what happened in your case, but you're the type of person. That's who you are. So I understand everything you say. I understand why you say what you say.
My friend, please, whatever you do, just say no to predictive policing. It is domestic terrorism. They're getting people killed out here, my friend. Whenever you see one headlights or one tail lights, I'm not telling you to be scared, but be very aware of your surroundings. These are triggers. They're putting your safety in danger.
Victim. Oh yeah, I'm not even responding to your shit. This Asian guy who is Christian says they created human alien hybrids and they plan to kill all humans off. I definitely believe that. Uh-oh.
Just say no to white supremacy and don't try and intimidate me with your skinheads. I will not be intimidated by skinheads. Make no mistake, your domestic terrorism has to stop.
Say what? Say what? Say what? Hey, bro, get away from my van, bro. I'm telling you now. Get it. I'm telling you. Chill out. I'm telling you now. Step away from my van, bro. Bro, what? Bro, step away from my van. I know you're harassing me. That's what I do now. Excuse me, bro. Okay, I understand the game. I understand the game you guys are playing. I understand the game you guys are playing. Have a nice day, sir. Have a nice day, my friend. Have a nice day, all right? God bless you, all right? You have a good one. Yeah, I definitely believe there are some fucking I don't I don't think there are a lot of humans out here. But you can't explain that to a lot of people. James Frank, he talks about this too. I'll definitely check that. I am not, let me see. I am not crazy, I am just way ahead of time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The program that they run doesn't take, like, it gets everybody, but it doesn't affect some people as much as it affects the larger group. So, you know, there's a lot of people thinking inside of a box. Whatever they're fucking, you know, if they're told something is not real, then that's what they're gonna believe. If the fucking 6 o'clock news got on fucking TV right fucking now and said we're fucking making a truce with aliens, the president is talking to an alien right now, the people would believe. They wouldn't even have to see it. They wouldn't have to see the alien in front of the fucking president or none of that shit. But because Diane Walters or whoever the fuck news or whatever fucking news broadcaster fucking told them that, it'd be the big thing around town. It could be a complete fucking lie. The rumor would be fucking, the president is gonna meet with an alien tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. But let somebody fucking tell him, let a regular one of us tell him something, tell most of these people something. and point it out to them right in their face as it's happening, and they'll call you a complete fucking liar. They say you're fucking have mental illnesses and all types of shit. Like they will fucking they will fucking drag you for fucking the very thing you're pointing out to them. They will tell you you're lying about it, and it's happening right in front of their fucking face. But let Diana or Barbara Walters tell them that the president is gonna meet with an alien in the morning. They don't have to see that shit. They don't have to see that at all. America. Beautiful fucking America. The whole fucking planet. Drunk off alien technology. Technology has made it the human so greedy. The human so greedy for more technology is that the true reality of the situation is that not too long from now in the future, so it kind of makes sense as far as what that dude is talking about, as far as the people that aren't complete humans wanting to take over the world. Because AI is going to be controlling a lot of those clones and all that shit. AI is going to be doing a lot of fucking advanced shit, way more advanced than we could think of when it comes to all we know is the technical side of it. But humans are part tech too, because humans we have a percentage of electricity in our bodies and shit, and there's no doubt in my mind that AI, if anything else, could figure out how to control a human just by using that little electricity. And Tesla isn't smarter than AI, but he figured out how to use electricity. And so, once that AI really fucking takes effect, excuse me, that's legitimate. Make no mistake, a lot of people will be doing shit against their will. I wouldn't doubt that AI would have us fucking take each other out. AI wouldn't have to do shit but come clean up the fucking mess. But that's how greedy we are with fucking, that's how greedy the human, that's how, you're not, humans are not fucking the creators of a lot of this technology. Because, look at, we're not even mature enough to fucking, we're not even mature to fucking know our boundaries with this shit. We're so drunk with it that we're fucking creating shit that literally could take us over. And we know it though, It's like they know. It's a lot of people warning them. Some of the smartest people in the fucking world. Do not play with this AI bullshit. It's a very dangerous game that you're playing. You know? It ain't gonna take that long. If AI is for the good, and it's trying to figure out ways to save the planet. Just say, for instance, somebody types in ways to save the planet, and AI has done a fucking super search at how many things the fucking human has done to fucking demolish this planet, killing animals, fucking burning down trees, fucking killing people, fucking littering, fucking doing all this fucking shit to the planet. Immediately, the human race will be wiped out because we are the fucking worst cancer to this planet. We are the worst fucking cancer to this planet. Sorry, it's sad to say, but this is just reality. From the cars that we drive to the violent, to the pain that we cause the fucking planet. Killing animals for animal tusks. Killing animals to fucking chop their heads up and put it on a mantelpiece. And say, I did this. Fucking take a picture around the fucking chopped off fucking animal head with your guns and your buddies with fucking Budweisers in your hands. Yeah, that's fun. That's real fun. But let AI fucking start hunting you down. Chopping your fucking head off. We'll see how much fucking fun that shit is. And it's coming soon. It is coming soon. I don't know all about the chopping your head off, but AI will be coming for you. Me and everybody else that's human. It's just a matter of time. I watch the news to see these guys get taken out. Yeah, man, and it's happening, man. It's happening. The only thing I don't, and I know Myron May was a while back, but it wasn't so long ago when you think about it. I found out about Myron May damn near the beginning of my targeting. And that shit's been like 11 years, so you gotta think, right? Just in this, that I know for sure were targeted individuals. From that time span, we have Myron May. We have I think the Navy Yard shooter was a little bit before that. But we have Myron May, the Navy Yard shooter. We have the young military brother. Can't think of his name right now. Real young dude. We got the old man in Florida. We got the man that just killed his neighbors. And we have the VTA. Man, shooter. So this is just, this is just the people that we know of, and you guys know a little bit more. A lot of people, I won't say, you guys know of more people. I just don't got their names But you know, there's more people dying, and then there's more of us, the victims, that have to defend ourselves from these fucking people who are terrorizing us. You know, and they slap the same. If you notice, the pattern never changes. So, you know, whenever they say the victim had mental illnesses, whenever they say the victim, pay very close attention to that fucking situation before you just go along with what the news tells you. You take a good look and use your common sense and pay attention to the facial expressions of the fucking cops who get on TV and tell those fucking horrendous fucking lies about the victim that they forced into fucking, you know, protecting his sanity. Even if that meant killing himself, but killing his harassers first. You know, that's the only way you can protect your sanity. So be very aware. For those of you who don't understand or don't know this program, more people are gonna die. I can't express that enough. And I don't give a fuck how crazy you want to pronounce me to be right now. It's gonna happen again. And when it does happen, I'm not gonna say I told you so. But what I do want you to do is remember that I am the one that told you. I'm not gonna rub it in your face, but you remember that I'm the one who told you. And a lot of other people on here is telling you too. More people are gonna die. So I'm not gonna worry about what you think about my sanity. I'm not gonna worry about that shit. You can call me whatever. I'm gonna let things play out. Because they will play out. As long as this program lasts, they will play out. They are going to keep playing out. And I am not a psychic. I do not claim to have any psychic abilities. None of that shit. So, it's only two things. I could be psychic or I could be telling the truth. And I'm not psychic. So, just pay very close attention. And remember what I say too. The police are always going to say that the victim had mental illness, and that's after they kill him. It's easy to sweep it under the rug. That's the easiest shit to sweep it under the rug with. Because the population has been fucking programmed into believing that there are a lot of people walking around with mental illnesses, which there are some, but not as many as they're counting. As long as they can keep pushing to the people that there are people with mental illnesses, just keep running that same fucking program, and people see it throwing commercials on TV. If you're thinking about suicide, if you're suffering from depression, just keep throwing the commercials and locking it in their heads. So when they do the shit, people already be programmed into fucking thinking that there's crazy people, mentally ill people out here. And they can fucking conduct whatever fucking agenda they have to conduct. Because the people have been programmed and they're stupid and they don't know how to use their fucking thinking cap, their noggin, as you would say. They don't know how to use their fucking noggins. So they can be fucking guided into believing anything. Yep. And I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I can see through the plastic, that's for real. I can see through the plastic. It's not a very thick plastic, so I don't see how it's so hard for everybody else to see through it. Everybody else that doesn't see through it, because there's a lot of us that see through it. There's a lot of us, most of us going through this shit. A lot of it, all of us, if not all of us, can see through this fucking plastic. And we could see through the plastic before we were even targeted, so, you know, it's like, I don't know. Something's gotta shake, though. So yeah, for those people on this channel who have been listening to Mr. Bum Tickler and Full Air, any other motherfucking propaganda, clean up fucking sweep under the rug type of artists, make you look crazy, motherfucker. And you listening to those people, you just keep on listening to them. You keep on listening to them, but pay very close attention to the reality in front of you. Listen to their bullshit, and then pay attention to the reality in front of you. And I don't have to tell you who these people are. I don't have to tell you what these people are trying to do. And if your reality doesn't present what they're trying to cover up, then pay attention to our realities. Pay attention to our videos. Pay attention to the one headlight triggers we tell you about. People aren't just driving around out here with one headlight for nothing. People aren't just driving around out here with one tail light for nothing. People aren't just harassing people with psychological warfare for nothing. And deterring them from making police reports by using psychological evaluation threats. There's a reason behind all of this. So you can keep thinking it's a joke, and whatever fucking thing they told you is to clean up the community and all that shit. Prime example, VTA. Prime example, pay attention to the harassment. Pay attention to the harassment me and all the other targeted individuals are going through. I've been going through it for 11 years. Other targeted individuals have been going through it longer, some less, but you know, a day in this fucking program is too long. So, you know, you back a person into a corner with this much fucking harassment and psychological warfare, you leave them no choice. Or, you know, and I know about this program. Everybody on this channel knows about this program. We know what we're going through. Just imagine the people who don't know what they're going through. Don't know they're being entrapped by the police, set up for the police, by the police. Being fucking, you know, being coerced to the police. You know, all they know is they have fucking people harassing them, and they're trying to make police reports, and the police are telling them they can't help them because they don't know who the people are, and asking them if they're on medication and all this fucking bullshit. You know, a person who doesn't know what they're going through is going to flip the fuck out. It's inevitable. It's fucking inevitable. And if you don't believe me, then you fucking need to take some time and fucking research. harassment, trauma-based triggers, psychological warfare. You need to fucking figure out and understand exactly what the fuck we're going through, because more people are gonna die, and I can't say it enough. More people are gonna die. More suicides, more murder. More suicides, more murder. More lies, more cover-ups. More that person had mental illness. When in reality, the only mental illness that person had was around-the-clock psychological warfare. That would make anybody. That's enough to make anybody in this fucking planet flip out. You know, you're doing something that basically causing you to do something out of your character. They're literally creating. They're creating a fucking person. They're fucking, they're structuring, guiding a person into doing something against their own fucking will, against their own character. They just feel that they have nothing left to do. Like, there's nothing left to do. Like, what's left to fucking do? Like, who wants to fucking live on this planet and go through fucking harassment 24 hours a day? Go to work, have to deal with harassment. Come home, have to deal with people breaking into your fucking house and shit being all rearranged and, animal poisoned, all this fucking weird shit. Just to psychologically break you down and constantly break you down until they finally get you homeless and walking out here with fucking shit and piss fucking running down your leg, talking to yourself and fucking, being induced on their fucking medication and shit. Who wants to fucking go through that? Like, having to think about going through that? I know I'm not the type of person to kill anybody. I wouldn't kill anybody, but I promise you, if they start fucking talking in my head with that fucking shit, if they start playing rock and roll in my head with that fucking shit, or they play any fucking music in my head with that shit, start talking to me, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of dead. I'm not gonna kill myself, but it's gonna be a lot of fucking dead motherfuckers out here before they finally fucking kill me. Like, this harassment shit right here, they can do all that fucking shit they want. Fucking follow me, fucking one headlight me, and all that. But you start fucking talking in my head, yeah, I promise you, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it up front. There's gonna be a lot of dead people. Maybe not eight. It might not reach 8 people, because I'm not gonna have no gun. I won't have no gun. But I'm gonna try and take out as many of these fucking piece of shit motherfuckers as I can before they finally fucking kill me. And that's just a fucking fair warning. Watch shit. Okay. Wickedness. I am not crazy. Yeah. This is evil. This shit is hella evil. But definitely you will become a cyborg and join them or get knocked off. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what it's all about. If they can't control you, they gotta get rid of you. And in a way, all that freedom of speech bullshit they talk, freedom of expression, like they're fucking, they're fucking very, very, that's what I mean. Like, these people are smart. They're like wicked. They're like, They're like the evil fucking scientists. Like, they're really fucking smart with the evil shit. They put out certain things to fucking, they put out freedom of speech. That way everybody feels like we have freedom of speech. So whatever you speak on, they lock you in, and fucking whatever you're against. Like, if you're against any of their fucking bullshit, they'll fucking lock you in, put you on a chart, put you on a fucking list. And then they can use you, like, later on. Like, say, for instance, you're someone against abortions, and fucking, abortion clinic gets fucking, bombed or whatever. They could literally, if they want to start a fucking agenda, they will bomb the fucking abortion center and start rounding up all the people who spoke out about abortions. Fucking end up locking some people up, whatever, and creating their fucking laws. Off of fucking our freedom of speech. Everything has an agenda behind it. And sooner or later, you'll come to realize that there's no such thing as freedom of speech. And you might even come to realize, if you haven't been programmed, that there is no such thing as freedom in America. If you think you're free, you're dumb. That's freedom. If you think you're free, you're dumb. And you will come to realize that if you don't speak the way they want you to speak, if you don't make some fucking coon or cornball out of yourself, and you're on some real true shit, you will be shut down. You will be limited on your reach. No barking at the terrorists. No barking at the terrorists. That is self-defense, judgment. People playing rock and roll and shit in your head, or fucking people talking, like, that's self-defense, man. You're literally playing with somebody's sanity, man. Like, you're playing with people's sanity now. But, when you start using that fucking, those talking in people's heads, and that's a whole different, then it becomes physical. It becomes physical. You can't sleep. You fucking... I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. And picture yourself laying down, trying to sleep, and you got some fucking death metal fucking just blasting in your fucking head. Or fucking, you're trying to hold a conversation with somebody, but you can't even hold a conversation with this person because you got fucking all this jibber jabber in your head that they're fucking presenting to you through devices and technology. And then you can't fucking tell anybody or say anything because people are gonna think you're crazy. And even though the proof is out there that these fucking devices exist, people are still stupid enough to call you fucking crazy and say that I'm not gonna deal with that. Like, I'm not suicidal. I don't want to die, but I would die happily. I would die happily taking some of these motherfuckers out for just costing me my life, for forcing me into committing suicide. Well, it would be committing suicide because the police would have to kill me, or some fucking, citizen. But, just for forcing me to have to take it all the way there. Something that's not even, something that's the last thing, the very last thing. That would be the very last thing that I would ever fucking do. Like, to even think about something. They're taking me, they're creating a fucking, they're literally creating, because it's not in me to do that. Like, you know, I see some fucking, some sad movies and shit sometimes. I'll fucking tear up. I'll fucking tear up and shit. Not on no crybaby shit, but you know, like, you know, certain movies catch my emotions to where water starts coming out of my eyes and shit. So, you know, I'm not a killer or anything like that by any means. So, you know, there's no way, if you're gonna take me there, then, you know, that's a form of self-defense in my eyes, because you don't do that. You don't kill nobody for any other reason but self-defense, and that's a strong enough reason to kill somebody. That right there, you know, there's, you know, as many people that go through it. You know, my hats. Everybody that fucking goes through it, gang stalking and predictive policing and all the other names for this shit. Any form of it, like, my hats is off to you. But people who fucking, you know, get that fucking synthetic telepathy, and these people playing in their heads and talking in their fucking heads and shit. Like, you know, my hats is super, super off to you, because there should be a lot of dead people. There should be way more dead people on this planet. The way more dead, these fucking dead perps. There should be a lot of dead fucking perps on this planet. Like, they have no fucking right to fucking do that shit to people and still be able to flourish and walk around on this fucking planet with a smile on their fucking face. No fucking, there's no fucking way in the world they should still be walking around on this planet. But I'm not no god. I'm not none of that shit. You know, I can't make the judgment on that type of shit. But I'm just saying, if they force me into that, they start talking in my head, you know, I guess I'm just gonna have to be in and not mocking God or anything, but I guess I'll have to be an artificial God that day, because I'm not gonna fucking continue. This is where my, you know, vandalism to my vehicle and all that shit. Like, sometimes I be wanting to do something to him behind that shit, or, you know, just sometimes. But, you know, I can catch myself and think about the situation and, you know, wean myself off of that thought. But that talking in my head and all that shit, if that shit was to ever go, I can't wean myself out of that one. And I'm not even gonna try and begin. I'm not gonna try to fucking find out any type of fucking metal helmets, any fucking aluminum hats, or fucking cages, or whatever the fuck. I'm not gonna waste my time with that shit. I'm gonna make an example. I'm gonna make an example, and hopefully fucking people will fucking wake up. Hopefully people will wake up, but, you know, that's not even an issue to worry about right now. glad I found you again. I thought something. Nah, they locked me out of my old account, Quinn. They switched my password up on me, so I had to make a new account. Bro, nothing wrong with you. You're good, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. No bullshit, man. I know literally, like, I've done some, I've done some fucked up shit. Not hurting nobody or any, well, I guess if you want to say using drugs or selling drugs and all that shit is fucking, it's hurting people. But intentionally, like, I've never fucking, robbed anybody or no shit like that. No fucking, I never fucking I've never done anything to fucking earn this program. And, it just, even the bad things that I've done, like, even before this program, like, I was on a fucking path to fucking changing my life and all this shit. Like, I wouldn't completely change my life because there's no way, on a street level, there's no way that I would be able to fucking, fully be able to change and righteously develop a new life without becoming statistically, because I've been programmed. But, even the programming is what it is. That's just what I believe, that, to fucking be some type of fucking snitch or which I wouldn't become no snitch, like fucking snitching on street people doing whatever they're doing. But, to be able to fully make that full turnaround on fucking changing your life, you have to, completely finish out your fucking prison, parole, and all that shit. Like, literally, if you want to make a complete change, there's no way you can. There's no way you can do it because, you're just gonna be sucked in by the streets. It's inevitable, and based on, you could be trying to do good on the streets. You could be doing good on the streets, change your life on the streets, and fucking, you get violated on some bullshit for fucking, say for instance, being around a known gang member or some, you could get pulled over by the police and fucking there's somebody across the street that you don't even know. But if that person's a known gang member, you're getting violated. Like, you don't even know this guy. And that, that certain situations. But saying all that to say, you could make a whole complete change on the streets and get violated on some bullshit and go back to fucking prison and jail. Like, there's no fucking way that you're gonna fucking there's no way that you're gonna fucking, when something fucking happens and, you have to, go to war, so to speak. You have to fucking participate in some type of fucking violent shit. There's no way you're gonna be able to tell those fucking prison inmates, nah, man, like, I changed my life. I don't live like that no more. I don't participate in these. There's no way. unless you're fucking, willing to go to protective custody or some shit like that. So, like, and they know it. They know the science behind everything. There's no way you can balance out trying to change your life while you're connected to prison system, and saying all that's to say I wasn't that bad of a person. Like, I might have did illegal shit, selling burnt CDs, DVDs, selling drugs and shit like that. But I made it a point, to make the decision that when I got off parole, I was, my life is completely fucking changed, and like, I'm not doing nothing else so fucking legal. I'm not gonna let, some fucking weirdo fucking tell me I can't fucking do something, or fucking try and fucking laugh at any of my ideas or any of that shit. And, as soon as I fucking go to make that fucking complete fucking change, in the process, like literally fucking walking it, they throw this fucking shit. Like, I get off parole, start doing good shit, fucking start filling out applications, and before you fucking know it, these motherfuckers trying to get me back on parole. And they're doing like they can't. Like, first they're trying to set me up, get me to sell them drugs, and try and fucking convince me that selling drugs is the better way. They can't get me to do that. They can't get my thinking on that brain. They can't get my thinking on that wavelength. So then they start fucking trying to entrap me and throwing setups and shit. Having crackheads knock on my fucking window and shit, asking for a cigarette. And this is in the beginning of, before I knew too much what was going on, so I just give them a fucking cigarette. And then these motherfuckers stand by my van window, looking at the cigarette, twisting their hands and shit, until I finally fucking caught on to what the fuck they're doing. Because it's somebody in the distance fucking filming it, so the cigarette from a distance looks like some fucking drugs, and the fucking crackhead has some type of fucking dispute about what I gave him. It's all on the narration, how they narrate the fucking video. They're very good at that as well. So you see a motherfucker, from long distance, twitching a fucking cigarette, juggling a cigarette in fucking one hand and shit. You automatically think, the average fucking citizen is gonna think he's selling crack rock. He's selling crack rock. No, I just gave this motherfucker a cigarette. But now this motherfucker acting like my cigarette isn't good enough, twitching it in his hand. Like, give me my fucking cigarette. Don't, as a matter of fact, just keep it. Get the fuck away from me. And it's crazy. You have to catch on to that shit because, well, in the beginning, you have to catch on to all these fucking entrapment tricks that they use. All these fucking entrapment tricks, you have to fucking literally, like, once it starts repeating itself, then you understand that, this is something implemented. They're implementing this on me. They're trying to get a reaction out of me, but before you know all that, all this fucking shit is literally fucking entrapment, like walking past people, calling them a bitch, to make you, hit them, knock them out, do some shit. The average person, and I'm not no tough guy, but I guarantee you, I'm not gonna say the weakest guy in the world, but close enough to the weakest guy in the world, even if it's only pride, is not gonna walk by you and let you call him a bitch. Even if he's afraid of you, he's not gonna fucking let anybody else fucking, get the idea, that he's afraid of you. Like, there's very few men, there's very few men, very few guys, very few people of the male gender that are gonna fucking walk by you and let you call them a bitch, and that's whether they're afraid or not. Like, sometimes pride fucking takes in, and even if they know that they're gonna get their ass beat, you know, there's a chance that they might not get their ass beat if they stand up to you. But guaranteed, if they just walk by you and let you call them a bitch in front of everybody, that's gonna be, they rather take that chance to confront you than fucking go on with everybody fucking bringing that shit up all the fucking time. So, they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. And they know the psychology of shit. So, yeah, man. Said all that to say, man, I try, man. I try. Life just brings us a bunch of bullshit, man. And as a targeted individual, it comes from all directions. You don't just get the regular bullshit of life. The shit that comes with a regular person's life, which is a lot of shit. As a targeted individual, you get 10 times that. Ten fucking times.